Welcome back to the chat. Imagine an artistic collaboration with tons of local talent, which taps into all 5 senses: sound, imagery, taste, scent, and touch. Sounds interesting, right? Well, this event spotlights local talent in the fashion and design industries. And joining us right now with more information, we welcome the Regional Director of Fashion Group International of North Florida, Ms. Adrienne Houghton, and local designer, Alexander Nee. Thank you both for joining us.
Thank you.
So I'm going to just dive right in and talk about the Fashion Group International as a whole for those who may not be listening, who may not know the history behind your organization, Adrienne.
Oh my goodness, after all these years.
I guess we never asked you before.
So Fashion Group International started in 1937 with a group of very powerful women in New York. And Eleanor Roosevelt was one of them.
Wow.
And it was all about...
See, she didn't know.
Yeah, you see?
That's
It is
big.
information.
That's huge.
And it was all about the fact that their husbands were going to these wonderful events and clubs, and they couldn't. They weren't involved.
Right.
And so it was a way of getting women together to support women about things that women were interested in. And that, from then to now, obviously it's developed over the years. And now we're a global business networking group for the fashion and design industries.
Nice.
That's a great history. Wow.
Nice, nice. So, fill us in about you, Miss Lady.
About the event I mentioned,
And yourself,
right?
for those who may not know who you are.
As you introduced, my name is Alexandra Nee, and I'm a fashion designer. And we having an event this upcoming Saturday, June 3rd, which will be featuring my new line, and it will benefit a new fund that will launch within FGI, which is called Rising Stars of North Florida.
What is the Rising Star Award?
Well, that particular award is actually honoring local design and image makers in 5 categories. So we have photography, interior design, fashion design, beauty, which will be either hair and makeup, and also accessories. Because there are a lot of people within Jacksonville area who are so talented and they need to be recognized. And so we'll be launching this. This is a national award that goes out throughout our chapters throughout the United States. And we're doing it for the first time this year. And so we're excited about it, but we wouldn't be able to do it because each award will have a monetary fund attached to it without the help of local designers like Alexandra, who's putting on her wonderful show this Saturday.
Which is called Never Speak to Strangers. That's very interesting. I'd love to hear more about that.
Inspiration, yes, please tell.
Thank you. Yeah, so event has the same name as the collection. And when I was thinking about the theme for the collection, the name, I looked back at my mood board, at the inspirational images and the final designs that I came up with. And what I felt basically while I was designing it, and I realized it was a very dreamy context. I was trying, it was a lot of memories, a lot of nostalgia involved, but not in a melancholic way, in a very dreamy / aspirational. So Never Speak to Strangers, even though it's a negation, it is actually a call for action as go and speak to strangers. Like go and knock at those doors and talk to people you don't know, and you don't know, like in dreams, how many new layers or opportunities may open for you.
And fashion does open a lot of those kind of doors, because
yeah.
How many times are you wearing something you feel amazing in and someone comes up and says, I really love what you're wearing, where did you get it, where is it from? So I think that's
a very practical, yes.
Yeah, I think
very practical application.
Absolutely. Do you have specific fabrics or colors that you really prefer to work with that inspire you?
For this particular line, I chose very bright and very bright, cheerful colors. I often and predominantly work with silks and cottons and sometimes wools, but it's natural fabrics as a rule. Yeah, sometimes I do use blends if I need for structural elements.
Now, the event, you guys are talking about the 5 senses. So how does that work into the event? Because, you know, when I think fashion, I don't really think taste, for instance, you know?
Thank you. Yeah, that's a very good question, and I'm glad you asked it because I would like this event not to be just a fashion show. When myself and my husband were planning this, who is a great help in arranging this event, we wanted to create something a little bit broader than just fashion. And because the inspiration was this dreamy world, sensations, you know, and feelings and senses. So like, how can we actually implement this in the event? And hence we came up with this sensual experience for all senses. And of course we have visual, we have the fashion, we have texture, because you could communicate with designs after the show and feel them out. So we decided to address the rest of it, hearing, taste, and scent.
Yeah.
And yes, for the hearing part, we're collaborating with a few musicians from the symphony, Jackson Symphony. And yes, my husband is a DJ, so he's gonna live DJ with live musicians for the fashion show. They're creating an original, let's say, rendition of a piece. And Biscottis is our caterer for the...
All right, that's the taste.
Yes,
That is for sure.
Got
Good
it.
Well, it sounds like an absolutely great event. Best of luck to you, both of you, for this event, and thank you for joining us. And if you want more information on the upcoming show and the Fashion Group International of North Florida, you can visit them on Facebook or at northflorida.fgi.org. We'll be right back.